Let me tell you a little story about myself and something that's highly relatable and fairly new. Well, about 2 years ago, 2 years old, so still fairly new. And it all goes into what I'm talking about, this topic about being focused and not distracted by other things. I wanted to start this podcast like 2 years ago. I wanted to start it, but I was doing so many things. I had other businesses. I had a new child, a newborn son. I was working on my new house. I was doing all type of stuff, and my focus wasn't there. I had a lot of distractions. So I set up the channel, and I think I recorded one or two videos. It took me 2 months to edit those videos, and the editing wasn't that great. It took me another 2 months to post the videos, and I only posted part of one of them and a couple clips, but I wasn't really focused, right? So I didn't do any research on how to do a podcast. I didn't do any research on what equipment I needed. I didn't do what software I needed to edit or what to put into the channel or how to set up the channel. I just like get a YouTube account and post a video, call it whatever, and put some videos on there and see what happens, right? I didn't have the focus. I didn't have a true plan. I just had an idea, and I was super excited about it because I heard, a lot of people were doing great podcasts, and I watch a lot of podcasts. So I'm like, I could do this. I have a lot to talk about. I know a lot of knowledge I want to share with people. I want to help people, but in reality, I didn't have a consistent plan or time. I didn't carve out the proper time for me to dedicate toward doing the actual podcast, because this stuff isn't easy. People think that, oh, you just post a video and boom, 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 you're viral and you're successful and you make a ton of money. It doesn't work that way. It takes building the channel first with behind the scenes, the things that go into setting up your channel to make it find where people can find it and locate it on YouTube. There's millions and millions of channels. So you have to build your channel properly, put the right description in, put the right SEO stuff, the right hashtags, things like that. You have to set up with the channel right. And then you have to find a niche or a topic that you can talk about that people want to hear. So all these different things have to go into the planning phase of it. And during the planning phase and the background phase is when a lot of people get distracted and they lose some of that hype and some of that energy to do this. It's like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Those weren't part of the plan that I wanted to do. I just wanted to put out a couple videos and make some money, right? It doesn't work like that. But, I fell into that too. Like, I can do this, I can do it. But turns out I didn't really have the time or the dedication or the focus at that time. I had the right idea as far as what I wanted to do because I have a lot of knowledge to share with you guys. I have a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom in a lot of business industries. And I've really worked really hard on my emotional intelligence. I want to share that with people. So I have to sit back and restructure. First off, get my life in order to where I could focus on doing my podcast consistently, meaning let my kids grow up a little bit more so I can have more time with them. Let my businesses settle down. The things that weren't really being productive for me, let those go or put somebody in place to run them for me. Things like that. These are the things I needed to do prior to launching the show so I could actually do a show and have everything in order, the right time, the right format, the right equipment, the right editing equipment, all these different things to do a podcast. And most people, they start to fade when they realize how much stuff involves into going into doing a show. There's a lot that goes into doing this show, to make it look the way it looks, to make it sound the way it sounds, the production, the thumbnails, all these different things. There's a lot of work that goes into that stuff. And getting over the hump, just getting to your first 1,000 subscribers. Most podcasters fall off after that because it can be really tough to get that first 100 subscribers, let alone 1,000 subscribers. It can take a long time, but if you're consistent, you're putting out content every day, good content that people want to hear every single day, you can get there. Most people fall off before they get to 100, before they get to 1,000, they quit. They're like, it's way too hard. But don't quit before you see the results. You have to commit to it. Like me, I committed to doing it. I committed to putting out good content, doing my research, doing my studies on my topics, and putting out great stuff. So that's all a part of being consistent. And I just want to share that story with you. And I hope you guys will keep listening to my stories. So let's get back to the actual lesson.
The Mindset Manual with Myron Williams.